to 92. Judges David Sutherland and Chris Migliori both score the bout 98 to 91. All three in favor of the winner, the problem child, Jake Paul.
Grateful for now than anything. And no knockouts. Knockouts don't mean nothing. You gotta be able to go the distance. That's fighting.
Everybody has a plan until they get hit. Yeah. You got hit, and how did it affect you?
I went to plan B. I hit him back.
It's the type of headline that makes you wonder if you're in a different reality. But here we are, Mike Tyson releasing a bombshell after losing to Jake Paul. Although I am aware that Tyson supporters did not want to witness this, it did occur. In an attempt to make things interesting after losing to Jake Paul at the age of 58, the great Mike Tyson made a shocking post-fight confession that left everyone stunned. We have to repeat this. While half of you are likely gripping your chests, still reeling from the horror of witnessing the referee elevate Jake Paul's hand over Tyson's, I can already hear the other half yelling that this fight had to be rigged. However,
I haven't did this in 15, 16 years. I'm not a giant, I'm a beginner.
Did he ever hurt you tonight?
Well, listen, he surprised me with the hook. He hit me with a hook, a good hook.
Hurt.
Yes, it did hurt.
And for that reason, the bout that ended a few hours ago at AT&T Stadium wasn't your typical boxing contest. Rather, it was the type of spectacle that left everyone in the globe stunned after months of anticipation. Never-ending arguments and demands, all of this culminated in this fight, which was shown live on Netflix because, well, when a 58-year-old Mike Tyson steps into the ring, even Netflix wants to be part of the drama.
Like Mike, there's just no appetite for this. It just doesn't make sense. The other thing is Mike having to pull out because of ulcers, like that f***ed it all up. Jake's team's brilliant, so maybe it's a Trojan horse, like I've said before. Hey, just get this across, we'll get the views, and then they're gonna sign 3 fights, some sort of deal, or he gets the UFC. I don't know. I don't see
Tyson, whose name used to make people shudder, was going up against Jake Paul, who is best known for playing practical jokes on his own brother and selling body spray as if it were essential. The plot was predetermined and straightforward. There was no question or disagreement that Tyson was going to destroy Jake Paul. In the first few minutes, Mike was supposed to crush Jake like a pancake.
On Friday night when I put this man to sleep, so that is pretty dope.
He dreams a lot.
A lot of dreams.
I
knew it all come true.
This is not gonna come true.
But here's where reality did that thing where it laughs in your face. Jake Paul, the very same guy who's made a living out of wearing fat suits and posting how many chicken nuggets can I eat. Challenges on social media flipped the script in a way that made everyone's head spin. Jake didn't just survive in the ring. He delivered a knockout punch so brutal that the unthinkable happened. Mike Tyson couldn't get back up. Yeah, you heard it. Jake Paul, the human meme, put Iron Mike on the canvas and left him there.
What did you initially think when you heard that Mike Tyson was going to be getting in the ring with Jake?
I was thinking that Jake Paul was going to be in trouble because, you know, Mike Tyson knows how to throw great body punches, great headshots. And, you know, we just have to see if he's going to do them in the ring. I'm hoping that he'll do.
Fans everywhere were left scratching their eyes as if they were experiencing a collective hallucination at what must have been a reality-breaking, universe-shattering moment, if there ever was one. You had to wonder if the world had finally gone crazy after seeing a spectacle like that. This is
a scary, scary man. He's a killer and has all the power still clearly in all the videos, all the sparring that he's showing, dropping his sparring partners. My mom is messaging, she can't even watch Tyson punch. She won't watch it because it scares her.
Let's take a step back though and discuss Jake Paul's reputation, or more precisely, the circus that is his public persona. This guy's workouts have resembled before tailgates more than they have athletic preparation. He shares videos of himself consuming unhealthy food, pretending that the thought of jogging laps was a kind of torment from the Middle Ages.
I have big plans and I'm continuing to, again, do the impossible and show people what I'm capable of. And they chalk up what I've done to fights being rigged. Still, when he posts on his Instagram looking like a killer.
He was not taken seriously by anyone. He was written down by boxing purists as a circus performance, a joke, and a diversion from the true sport. Any serious boxing talk would likely end in laughter if you dared to claim that Jake could genuinely fight. It was widely believed that Jake Paul was a joke rather than a candidate. Despite all of those absurd shenanigans, Jake Paul was plotting under the surface of social media folly with a strategy so cunning that you almost had to admire it. He kept promising that he would shock the world, but nobody listened. Why would they? After all, this was Jake Paul.
He's not going to win. I think he thinks this is going to be a very easy night. It's not going to be an easy night.
I don't think that. I think it's going to be a war of ages. The fans are the ones who win out of this, but I know you, I know your soul on a deeper level, and I know myself, and I know you're not gonna quit.
But here's the thing, Jake wasn't just talking. He worked hard to train away from the spotlight and the haters and skeptics. He was determined to prove everyone wrong, and it was clear as he entered the ring that this was not the same man who had been hamming it up for the cameras. His objective was not simply to show up and be paid.
Yeah, 100%, and I have to stay active. I have to stay working towards my goal of becoming a world champion. So there needs to be 3 fights a year for me at least, and that's how I get better, is under the bright lights and performing when there's adrenaline and nerves.
It is more than simply a sports spectacle when Mike Tyson enters the ring at nearly 58 years old. It is the stuff of legends. Tyson is different from other guys his age who are trading in their boxing gloves for golf clubs and bragging about how they used to bench press 200 pounds. When he was at his best, this same individual stated he would devour his opponent's hearts and didn't want to defeat them. And guess what?
I'm just ready to go.
Now, does a loss to Jake Paul damage your legacy?
I don't look at my life as a legacy. Legacy to me means ego. Who the about my legacy? I'm gonna be dead soon one day, but he's not gonna win.
That fierce, uncontrollable fire hasn't calmed down at all, even as he approaches 60. Tyson could have simply said, "Nope, I'm fine," and no one would have questioned it. After seeing this bout in 2024, let's face it, most men his age are more concerned with controlling their cholesterol than they are with taking on a power-punching lunatic like Jake Paul.
Round 5 and Jake's looking for the finish. He's hurt! On the ropes! Jake Paul putting it on here! Realizing big-time round for Jake Paul.
If you believed he was there only to take a few hits and pay a check, you were mistaken. There he was, a 57-year-old living legend, entering A&T Stadium as if it were the Roman Colosseum, ready to remind everyone why he was still referred to as the baddest man on the world. From the first round, Tyson was serious. He rewrote history in a way that left people scratching their heads.
Unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge of ringside, David Yakabuchi, scores about 97 to 92.
Mike Tyson's legendary uppercuts, the same ones that dominated the 80s, made a thunderous return, and the boxing world was on edge. Joe Rogan, calling the fight, nearly lost his voice when Tyson landed a brutal left uppercut in round 1. Jake Paul's knees buckled, his arms flailed as if swatting invisible flies, and for a split second, it seemed like he was seconds from a nap on the canvas. Tyson's footwork was astonishing, not just for a 58-year-old, but by any standard. Despite years away from this level of competition, he ducked and weaved like it was 1988 again. A living time machine in boxing gloves. Paul, who swaggered into the fight with unshakable confidence, suddenly resembled a kid who'd picked a fight with his dad and instantly regretted it. Tyson's strength, agility, and apparent immunity to aging were on full display. It was vintage Tyson, electrifying and relentless. But as the fight wore on, reality crept in. Even legends are human. By round 3, the strain on Tyson's body was undeniable. Each breath was labored, his movements a little slower. This wasn't a Hollywood comeback where the hero defies all odds effortlessly. Watching Tyson push through every aching step was both inspiring and heart-wrenching. Twitter lit up with fans dubbing these the ulcer-inducing rounds, as everyone collectively willed Tyson through the fight. Yet the former champ refused to play the age card. He didn't complain or seek sympathy. Just stepping into the ring was enough to earn a standing ovation, But Tyson wasn't interested in participation trophies. Fighting for him is about heart, defiance, and spitting in Father Time's face. Then the fight took an unexpected turn straight out of a movie. By all accounts, Tyson was on the verge of ending it in round 4. Jake Paul, visibly battered and one uppercut away from defeat, found the second win that defied logic. Backed into a corner, barely standing as Tyson unleashed a storm of punches, Paul somehow surged with unexpected energy. Referee Steve Willis hovered, seemingly ready to stop the bout. The crowd roared, anticipating Tyson's decisive blow. But in this moment of chaos and grit, the fight transformed into an unforgettable battle of wills. An aging legend against a relentless underdog.
On the ropes, Jake Paul putting it on here. Realizing big-time round for Jake Paul. Big round, big round, big shot.
In a stunning twist, Jake Paul unleashed a right hook that left the entire stadium in shock. It wasn't just a counter, it was a game-changing punch that flipped the fight on its head. Moments earlier, Tyson had been in total control, but now he found himself on the defensive. Sensing his chance, Jake launched a relentless flurry of punches, more chaotic than precise, yet effective enough to keep the pressure on. Social media erupted instantly. Jake Paul's steroids trended within minutes as conspiracy theorists analyzed every frame, scrutinizing his muscle definition like it was a forensic investigation. Old photos were dissected, theories flew, and debates raged. But when the official drug test came back clean, the narrative shifted. Jake's sudden surge wasn't from secret enhancements, but sheer determination and preparation. Against all odds, the YouTube-returned boxer proved that grit and hard work can deliver a punch powerful enough to shake legends.
Migliore both score the bout 98-91. All three in favor of the winner, the problem child, Jake Paul. Your winner.
Experts who were studying the fight realized that Jake had been playing a brilliant psychological game, luring Tyson into a false sense of control by intentionally taking a beating early on. It was as if he was playing a game of possum, waiting for the right moment to strike, letting Tyson exhaust himself, absorbing the punishment, and then pounce when the legend's energy waned. This was the kind of strategy that seemed ridiculous until it worked. So yes, the prankster turned boxer not only survived, but outlasted one of the most dangerous fighters in history. The fight wasn't just a spectacle, it was a shocking, dramatic roller coaster that left everyone speechless, conclusively proving whether they liked it or not.